mounts.
So yeah, they got a point to prove. He will do this. If it doesn't look good, it failed once, he's got a point to prove. Let's see.
But one thing that I'm worried about is Navi has been disconnected as hell. We've seen that on that Neon, right? He was very often isolated.
Second
in his
chance.
Place, picked off, and then there was no chance for
the
Navi
bar's
to go
low,
any
it can't look much
well,
worse than last time.
From Navi is just like a piece of strategy that needs to work in unison, because you have just all-in compositions like Brimstone with Breach that just use the utility and you're expected to go into the side because you're not getting a lot of utility back, right? So you have to commit. With the Neon on top of that is like a sprinkle of the, on that execute, right? And you need to go in, and that's something that we didn't see yesterday on the attack side. We expected a full-in send with a Brimstone Steam Beacon to keep up with the Neon, and that needs to be, let's say, just improved for today for that attack strategy to work.
Well, they decided to keep this comp. KC, it's their map pick here, and this is going to be a fight for survival. And
right,
once again,
let's try it again. Let's not have the performance of yesterday. Take-up have a good chance here. Like this is the chance of a lifetime.
Thank you very much, Sue, and the desk. Always wonderful to hear from you. Now, let's kind of cut to the quick on this. I don't really want to be taking too long, because we've said a lot about at least one of these two teams, and I'm sure we'll say a lot more about Navi soon. But let's start with KC. Simplistically, talk to me about win conditions here in this matchup. Where are you looking?
Yeah, it's interesting the desk look towards Scream and Navarra, because I think historically those are probably the constants. Right, the variables in this team actually come from elsewhere, with obviously Zay stepping into this, but particularly Shin and XMS. And so far this week, XMS coming from, quite frankly, call a spade, some embarrassing performances across the season.
It wasn't good in regular play.
Shin has struggled. Again, we could put that down to some composition changes that Carmine Core have explored post-Zace coming in.
We have seen him have those performances too.
Absolutely, we absolutely have. I think, you know,
which regions I think are the strongest on Lotus? It varies so much, man. Some of the stuff I see teams do on Lotus is it's crazy. Maybe EMEA just because Fnatic carries everyone through, but I don't know. We got Fnatic and Foot.
With what we saw across the season.
Now, the elephant in the room is the Navi composition here.
Okay, Navi on defense, K-Corp on attack.
Discussion, obviously. Are you as worried as I am?
Yes, I am very worried. And to be honest, it's not even really the Neon that's the issue. I'm not looking for KC to really exploit the weaknesses of this composition on this half at least, but come to the attack if KC can slow things down, burn out some of this util from Angel, and again, because Lotus, how important is the mid round? We know that some of these audible calls are what win rounds.
Look at this game, man.
Because Sugetsu set up
God's
the spy
sake.
cam here, a fault line in motion as well. Oh,
nice. That's a nice setup, though. You got to give him that chat. That's a nice setup. Give him some space over towards A, and that's a nice setup.
We were having to are KC a capable team to push Navi into those uncomfortable situations. As it stands, Scream's starting to close the gap a little.
I'm telling you, Angel has a point to prove with this comp.
Shao is in rotation, and Navi quite
What? Doesn't start well like that. How's Scream got double assist there? Just so much damage was done. It's a 3v5 to start it off.
A little bit deeper towards CT, secures some space. This is beautiful, hard for Zipan to isolate. Still deadly as ever.
Scream's done so much damage in this round.
Scream's got the nade back off that as well, so Navarra can almost take contact here, slow things down. Scream actually burning it up early here, trying to run the clock down a little bit.
Damn, dude, 3 kills, 2 assists. That's one way to start it. This guy doesn't want to play duelist and he's doing that.
After what was a fantastic opener from Navi.
Let's have a watch of this again. This is the start. Precision key, Zipan, and there's that lineup.
Oh yeah, the double lineup.
I don't know how he caught the second one there, but literally the one shot catches both members over towards Waterfall.
What's the buy into round 2 for Carmine Core? Okay, so Shin and Scream both with the rifles early. They're going to supplement that a little more. Marshals there. And on the other side, Sheriffs. Only an upgrade for Sugetsu towards the armor. And a 3, making 4 play stack. And a comfortable start for Scream. If he gets building early, we saw this in that previous game here. On this very map, that he can have those blistering starts, but that's a shocker.
Everyone's dueling. Jesus, everyone's dueling everywhere. Scream still did a lot of damage to these.
Doing very well here. That's one of the rifles lost.
Not retrieved just yet. I'm not actually sure if anybody came for. I mean, is it just lying next to Mound there?
It was on Scream, so I'm wondering if the observers get a second. If you think you could, we could see if it's still there.
Yeah, I think it is
as
still over
stands,
there.
though, we look at what's remaining. The two sheriffs are tagged up in CNED and Zipan's hands, but Sugetsu's still sitting very pretty.
Two Parsons stacked to the back of sight.
Oh,
Yep, it's still
Gone
there.
down.
behind the door as well, which looks
big shot.
unnerving to deal with, and that's that.
Big stun.
Zipan is hitting today. Some very clean shots for him. Getting a little closer as well. Navarra now on red alert, having to defend as the spike does go down.
Jesus, that's a nice way. Whoa, he got a kill? Oh my god, he got a kill. Okay, nicely done. That's one way to bounce back into this Phantom. And there is a Phantom that's miles away, but they have the best. They have the best person to go run around the map and get it. They're waiting for it. Dude, he's gonna do this. Delaying the defuse. We're going all the way over. Getting that Phantom from door.
The awareness is there from Cena as well to go and retrieve that rifle that we did see.
Yeah, that's really nice. Well, they made sure they got everything from it.
That.
See here in the kill feed, Shao finds this, Cena finds one at exactly the same time.
Right. Everyone is dueling against the ecos.
To shut down that A site post plant.
I mean, it's been his show so far. 5-1 for him. What a beginning.
XMS buying back into this. I mean, Scream can afford to. I think he's obviously got a drop from Zayshear, but
oh god.
XMS is brought down
A shut down with fast A.
You're going to have a battle. CNED's going to move himself up here, commit towards the wall. He's going to know there's a player nearby.
Damn,
it's a little
that's
messy, but
strong.
he gets the job done. Assistance is there, the support in tow. He's on a one-man show. There's 3 next to him. Carmine Core have to walk away, tail between the legs there.
Wait,
not get
what have I missed here? What the hell has he done?
Chance to re-clear the space at least. Potentially retrieve that rifle that was purchased by XMS. It becomes valuable inventory. Screen. We're just going to retrieve the orb here outside B. Lack of presence shown by Navi, but I don't even know if the rifle was noted there. I mean, XMS falls with the paranoia in hand.
I don't know if he saw it.
Not this again, man.
They're still sitting very close to where it was dropped, so maybe just policing it with presence for now. Trying to show a little bit of something towards B to maybe try and draw those players away, open up the chance to regather that rifle, but we can see it. Angel's sticking around on this. He does also have CNED there, so they're going to have to utilize a lot of kit to try and just clear this close corner. CNED is forced forward, but they still can't get through that smoke.
Scream is ahead of it though, the spam comes through.
That would have been crazy close.
Able to get away, stand up, but yeah. That movement
Well,
speed.
they managed to retrieve the extra gun though.
Actually gets him out there, but Scream
Born.
find another one to Angel. It's a
Okay.
4v4 now.
Surprised Angel stuck around on this, but it's Zipan who's been exceptional. Able to connect 2, calling in Sugetsu for some support.
5
Navarra
HP.
left alive on 5, but with 10 seconds left. The numbers aren't adding up good for Carmine Core here. I think Navarra might have to just try and suffer. Yeah, no time to be played with now.
It's good damage though.
Able to at least try and walk away with something after a very rough round at the start there.
Actually brings down, I mean, Sugetsu comes away from this with 200, CNED with 400 credits. No ultimate available just yet for CNED, so just make the purchase a little more difficult. Showstopper and Rolling Thunder already in hand for Carmine Core, and we talked about
XMS got the Sheriff into this one for the big bite.
On the raise. It's not just been raw
Sugetsu hasn't bored yet either.
this week at all. It's really impressed me in that regard. Also, repeated value from the Showstopper
honestly,
in a number of
I guess
times
he's
that
just going to be
Carmine Core
baiting.
wanted to switch
He's
up
just
the
going to be
pace a
baiting,
little
waiting
bit.
for one of these guns to get picked up.
And having a chat with him, he was just checking in, seeing how he's going. I mean, he's been grinding Raze. He is, but you can, and it shows, right?
It definitely does, yeah.
It's just not just the mechanical side, but that capability beyond now.
He
Look at this
pushed
space
through
backfilled
this?
from CNED.
Oh my goodness, he's
Turret
owned
should
them
catch it,
all.
but
Does this
again,
turret,
the timing on this
the
is
turret's
separate
placed to
thing,
hit
and the
both though,
Mitsui
right?
coming in. Sugetsu's
Oh
holding
my
the
goodness,
line on
how's
the
he
other
here
side.
so
He's gonna
fast?
find
Everyone's
two, he's
dying.
gonna speed up CNED. He's got to close that gap,
Wait, we didn't
and he
place the
does.
turret that
That's gonna be
can
the spike
shoot.
dropped, and another
Oh
target to be
man.
found. Navi. Vice-like grip on this
Yes,
round.
he
No
does.
chance for Carmine Core
We
there.
did a big crunch over towards here. CNED
Perfect
took a bit of a
timing as well to get
chance. I
behind this.
wonder if this was
Rolling
like some
Thunder slows
anti that
things
they've
down.
done as well,
CNED able to
because
slip into the
he
back lines.
just walked through a smoke.
Didn't even require that, to be
He
honest.
just straight
Carmine
up
Core dropping like
full by walk
flies
through a smoke over
outside
towards
Mount.
A. So I don't know if this is some anti that they've done, and when they do the sounds over
Get a lot
towards
more confident
C in
this
terms of
composition
like
from Navi today.
the recon, that there's no one
Maybe
watching
that's
this or
just
something like that. But
results-based, but
Yeah, that was a little bit bold.
I
No
think
stun,
to
no
knock
nothing.
Navi away from this confidence, you have to somewhat dictate it in the server
Okay, that
from
forced
the
him
very
down
start.
to an
Again,
eco.
if you're looking on paper, I think
I'm
it's
keeping my eye on
that
XMS, man.
regular
What's he
season
buying into this one?
disparity of results. Navi were
We get
towards the top end. They were still a
screen
very
ban
good
down pretty
team.
heavy, but
As much
the
as
loss
there are
bonus is
faults,
so high
because
that
we
it's fine.
expect masses from them. Now, Angel's in a little bit of danger here. Could get caught off. It's actually Zipan who goes down. So they should be well aware of Angel's position. And he can only get one at this point. So there's a couple
Beautiful
of rifles
collapse.
now available for the upgrade.
Yeah, great collapse onto 5.
Yeah, and they get another one. They play pretty aggro against the
Door will be
eco.
opened. C-site wide open.
They play
Just
really
a spike
aggro
cam
against
and
an
a trip.
eco. Like 2 out in the
Down
open
4
against
for
the
time
eco.
being. I think Scream actually ended up spotting the camper there, but a ton of information relayed.
Clean plant. Just about, it looks like. So you see them try and find an angle to work. Oh, Shin!
What a beautiful shot.
The camera's still sticking around though, so they're getting a bit of info off this. Look at it. Sugetsu still, there we go, finally handled. But Sugetsu wants a challenge on that kind of readdress on the site when they try and work their way back up. Shin and Scream seem very aware of this. Being cautious on the way up. Can they be forced off the angle? Yes. Nice heads-up work for them. Late round utility facilitating the plant.
30 seconds
The first
left.
couple of steps forward for Navi.
Spike planted.
And see Xiao creeping a bit closer here. Actually played it well. That's going to catch Scream unawares. Response is there, taking him down to 18. Sugetsu and Xiao going to have their work cut out here. So many bodies on the site. There's XMS to catch as Xiao tried to lean a little closer. Sugetsu now a 1v4. Tricky to say though.
Yeah, I mean, this is nicely done with K-Corp straight up.
Nice discipline. Loving the pace that they're able to
Not
bring.
entirely sure why Navi played so committed against the eco, but they pay for it. Bro, he dropped a stim pack, so they knew he was behind the...
That was a beautiful reaction there on the edge of that smoke, but as I was saying, that the Cypher does open up a looser hold here to basically deny the plant, force KC into maybe a plant behind double boxes or even just an unorthodox position. And throw
Okay,
the
Cena gets
slightly.
Cena gets the op out on Neon, but honestly, we've seen this work before on this map.
That's going into play, and a quick take towards Mound. Scream going to show presence very early on.
He shot the server before anyway. Okay, then it's not too bad. They held one person out over towards A, and honestly, I think that read was right earlier, because now they put the alarm bot here, and they can't push. So I think they actually had a pretty good read into that first buy round where he pushed through the smoke. They did the early seeing that he can push through. Must have been 100% when they looked at the when they looked at the K-Corp stuff. And honestly, that was my main worry about when Scream IGLs. It's very one-dimensional. There's a lot of similarities. It's kind of why... I mean, how many rounds did Liquid win? Because I know that Bacon will wreck that kind of stuff. I can't remember how many rounds Liquid won on their defensive split, but it might have been 12.
He looks dead. He is. Any tag on the third? No. Actually, did he catch one? No, he didn't. So they get the first pick off the back of the Owl drone and then the follow-up tag of that. But now we're going to look towards how they take the site. There's a lot of bodies here.
There's a lot of people here if they want a fast retake. Okay, that's a great ult. This is nice. Just gonna get this trade. Oh, he did insane to get 2 there. Sugetsu did great. Gonna opt to retake this.
This is rough work here for CNED. Not going to be played in much here.
Does have the ultimate.
On split, yeah.
Zipan burning up all of his utility. It's going to make that difficult to really initiate anything early on.
Hello, ALS mate. How we done?
Wouldn't surprise me if we see.
It was 12. Yeah,
and
Bacon would destroy that kind of stuff.
Maybe looking to swap out for a rifle and make this happen.
Oh, Zipan's dead.
Yeah, not so much now.
Hit the emergency brake. Get out of there.
Okay, saves the op, get down there. I like this from K-Corp, honestly, though. The C hit at the moment looks really strong. Like, C hit's looking great.
Let's kind of talk about this, because it felt like they were going into the site that had the stack on it. Aggressively using the Hunter's Fury worked out well for them. Finding Angel's great, but there's still a lot of bodies there to get through.
Yeah, definitely. I think as soon as that information is given up, there's a window of opportunity to explode on the back of that if you can't mine core, but waiting another 5 to 10 seconds almost feels a little dicey, right?
Yeah.
So it happens. It really did look like he actually got a follow-up tag as well with the Hunter's Fury after.
Yeah, it was.
I'm curious. Yeah, I'm sort. I mean, on the observer PI, it looked like we saw a tag in the background, but nonetheless, beautiful response here to actually catch the extra body.
Okay, in terms of this, it's a big buy round now. In terms for Navi, dude, money's getting real good for K-Corp. This is an insane comeback from these two, winning a pretty.
Open up that site.
With a lot of people alive on this. What do you think about the Brimstone pick? I haven't really seen the reason behind it yet. I'm not gonna lie to you.
rattling through the wall. So
But the game's still early.
maybe fall away from this.
I mean, Xiao still went forward and got the orb
Which
there.
is kind of wild, right? Now, that's...
Okay, they baited that out. There goes the
They're
all.
responding so quickly to this.
It was,
They pulled four players
it wasn't
over
too
that
bad. It was
side.
camera contact, then they do a
This
stun,
orbital strike
and then
as
they
well,
all.
fault line come
Yeah.
through from Zipan, I guess, on the
It
back
was
of the
more
spike
just
cam. Once again,
XMS managed to dodge everything.
no value found there.
Trying to test the waters a little bit more, Carmine Core. They're not so kind of
If the stun hit, he probably gets the kill here, so it wasn't too bad.
Kind of playing late towards A, and now with his fullback, you're seeing.
It's creeping up here.
Oh god, this is a C-Ned round. It has to be if he wants a chance in
Oh
it. And
boy.
it's a miss. He's in danger, and he can't
Yeah,
get
can't
away.
really get away with that one.
Huge punish. Navarra catching him on the
Not
way
with the
back
neon.
out is massive. And this
Everyone
one
knows what to do when that
one
wall comes
man
up.
On the site, they put 4 players elsewhere, 3 dedicated towards A, and then 1 drifting towards B. So they do have access towards this. Carmine Core obviously don't know how open the site is, but now with the dark going in, the smoke's going up, they're well aware, and especially with this spam coming out. But this could be a big tag. It is.
XMS gets out.
Oh, that's so.
Scream either. That's brutal. Okay, they still get the kill for it. Still a very good plant though. Still a very good plant. They're in a really good position. What have they got for? I mean, they got an Odin to spam. They have no extra damage. Okay, it's just gonna be a straight up spam fest. XMS has a good flash though. I don't know if he's gonna try and like TP. Oh, he doesn't have a TP. Okay. Well, that'll help. The good thing about this as well, you can just spam this wall. It's a lot easier. Yeah, you can just hit all the sides. As long as the pings are good. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, they keep going. So actually they're by his side, and now he's just
Okay,
Shell.
nicely done
Still
from them.
clean as ever,
Dude,
but it
K-Corp
could
have
be
to
enough
hold
for
on
the
to the
round.
site, and the
Time
round
to
before they had
fall
3
away.
people and couldn't hold on to the site. So
Taking
K-Corp
the
would just
lead here.
go and see every single time. That's where they're getting all the success. Time that's going to come in, they're going to have to talk about C. Like Navi have to talk about C at one point here. It's got to be a timeout.
Off attacking, but a couple of set pieces from Navi that just haven't found value. Carmine Core in this situation, CNED's posted up so deep with an operator nonetheless.
Potentially caught off guard by the kind of changing of pace a little from Carmine Core, a little bit of a longer default.
Still
I
into
guess
this
you could
one. Is an
argue, kind of
eco,
them
so that could be
drifting
why.
back
Maybe we get
towards
to see it
Mal
next
after that
round.
early
Or
contact.
maybe
And again,
Angels
you're looking at
talked about
Navi
what
kind of
Doombros
using
would have
the 1
talked
to 3
about.
split, right?
Sure.
So it puts a lot on CNED.
So again, coaches can hear all the team comms, etc., so they can literally hear the comms that they want to hear the call that they would have said, and they don't have to time out.
They forced the adjustment of the defenders, so
There's a real money diff at the
just
moment.
so
Like the money
happens
diff is
they'll
out of
find some
control.
Space outside rubble. Shout will deal with the turret. Already an extra body across here. Angel will invest a smoke just to quell any further aggression for the time being. Actually, with a decent read here, Angel's already heading back across towards C site. Does have the Guardian, so it opens up that possibility of the spy cam really coming into effect. But Sugetsu in a semi-committed position, and the camera's dealt with already.
I don't think he can get out of here. Yeah, he's going to be stuck on this one. Tries to stall. Got to be careful. Does he make it away with his life? It does look like he can. Scream trying to close it down.
Can they hold on to C this time? 4
4
people here should be the one. This is kind of nice. Ult goes in. Nothing to break this. Gotta respect it, but there's going to be so many people here. They have anything to stop the plant? They have a Guardian. Is it over towards Waterfall? Wait, they give the good plant? Give the good plant again? They're going to get out with the Odin? Oh man, it might be a repeat.
2 nano swarms not invested just yet. As Ace actually has just thrown them on.
He's going to get checked, but he outdoes one.
Oh my, nice shots.
Worth his weight in gold in this round. Pop for the ult for CNED, but he has to clear the back line.
Okay, 1v2.
And he's staying standing.
Oh, unlucky. He went to shoot the dart.
Tried to adjust for the dart. Unfortunately, Xiao capitalizes. A split-second decision.
It was a lot nicer, and in terms of Navi, they actually had 4 people to hold on to the site. Also feel like they don't need too many on. Like their attack should look a lot better than their defense.
None of it's able to pin him down in that position. But even then, XMS, 2 beautiful kills.
Every round kind of matters at the moment.
Oh, you could see it then. Xiao given a chance. Tense times here between the 2 teams. Neither fully breaking away yet.
Navi
still
timeout
doing
anyway.
Navi
Okay.
things, keeping up, but it feels like such a silly conversation we have to consistently have about Navi. Is them being tied up at this sort of scoreline a reasonable affair so far? Carmine Core are playing a very good game. They're looking very solid. But this is a team that finished towards the top end of things. Top end team of EMEA. If we're sat here at 4-4, if this was Fnatic, would we be saying, oh, that's all right?
No, I think as well it's
Why
really
entry then
difficult to
lockdown then
comment
lockdown immediately? I mean, if you get onto the site, you plant without having to use that ult. If you put that down there, you're probably going to win the after plant. You buy so much time, you know that you can get over towards mound.
You know, a lot of it comes from,
They didn't really, they don't know the info that we know, that there's like heavy rotation and 4 people there. So it wasn't too bad at all, saving the ult for the second hit.
Power and vanilla compositions.
They were so good at that. I mean, their bread and butter was just perfect with them. They were that all-encompassing team who played good Valorant. You know what I mean? Like thinking man's Valorant. They had a lovely read to it. We'll see. Again, this could tilt back into Navi's hands, and it looks all sunshines and rainbows. And it's wonderful. But our worries still persist. As Carmine
TMV shout out. Respect.
Tied up.
Odin back on defense, getting some spam in. Navira's got his own if they want to do a spam war.
Camera set up here, but nothing to play off it. Already a preemptive rotation across from Shout. It's a heavy lean.
And this is like the bait of the first round that they did, right? This is the same cam, it's the same bait. They might expect the stun that didn't come out. Yeah, you see them all move back. They're like, oh, is the stun gonna come? No, it didn't go in. Okay, we're all good.
Big tool removed at least at the start of this round. A very cautious approach here from Carmine Court.
And do they double pump back
info. Door opens. Still is info from this. Like, but there's still info trips over towards him.
Playing much deeper in comparison to being dedicated to mount.
Looking like a split B, and honestly, the split B might be pretty good here. Okay, clear the question mark over towards door, so these guys need to open door again once this goes off.
Full utility, nothing invested just yet.
Okay, because they don't, the rotate gets pretty heavy here. 3 people.
He's turned his attention towards the connector side rather than B main. It's opened up a space for
Carmine. A lot of people here. They open door as well. 20 seconds to plant this. You got anything to flood the site? 2 stuns from breach. 2 flashes even. Yes, let them plant.
They can reset a little deeper, but they're staying posted.
Oh, Scream's in a very, very awkward position, but now Navera posted up underneath.
I like this higher lower of this angle. It's kind of nice.
Zipan going to try and fight their way back through this, but Navera backs away.
Nice kill from Angel.
Got him. Navera now going to be surrounded. He does have support on the site. That's way too messy. Navi opened up a chance, and they took it with both hands. Shin overwhelmed. Clean retake there from Navi.
There's just no commitment to a single engagement there from Carmine Court.
They just play very played very heavy on site. I felt like they didn't feel comfortable to fall back, I guess.
They're waiting for someone to come back off cooldown, but somebody shouldering the angle forces Navera to be backpedaling with an Odin. Scream then falls on the back of the smoke, dropping. These aren't positions that are kind of set up to receive this retake from Navi. They're just open sight lines.
No ults quite there yet for KC. 1 away from the Hunter's Fury. Yes, they have XMSs, but hard to bring into effect. On the other side, actually quite close by to a couple of big uns. Early test again towards A. Navi being proactive on this defending side, still trying to take that early space, or at least posture as though they're doing so.
The orbital strike again, we need to see it thrown out.
Okay, C control. We get the orb. Angel has his ult again, so maybe we see a contact in terms of camera stun ult. Who knows? Different camera this time. Further committed.
Towards A site. Last time being round 2, when things crumbled a little bit.
Switch up on the cam.
Thing is, it's another situation though where Zipan's not actually in a position, so this is purely info gathering. Maybe Angel looking to swing off it.
Camera taken out.
Let's see what Angel does.
But he backs up. He's got to be conscious now that he can be spammed out or util dumped inside that little cubby.
They're gonna continuing towards the A site. Okay.
So many people here.
Slow progress from Carmine Court. This isn't as pacey by any means. Now with the orbital strike, it's going to catch an Angel. Takes out perfect opportunity. Punishing Scream.
They stopped the hit with them.
Any of that slow creeping
25
pressure.
seconds.
Yeah, they're running out of time here, and they've not cleared the site. They've got 2 more targets actively on the site here. Shao being one of them. And look look what he can do to you. Rips them apart, takes away Shin, takes away Navera, and XMS and Zeish have nothing to do about this. The stall was fantastic from Navi, way more controlled. That's
Yeah, I mean,
the side I want to
nice done
see.
from Navi. They had the numbers here. There just wasn't enough pressure around the map, really. And so far, Navi are just heavy rotating. Ever since the pause, they're heavy rotating and they haven't really been punished once for it.
15-20 seconds? So they're already back outside A with more than 60 seconds on the clock. See, unfortunately, that one just sails right by Carmine Core.
This is a lot of rounds to get with this comp.
Navi up to 6 now.
This is a lot of rounds to get on your defense with this
Bottom of
comp.
the round, I mean,
Straight up.
A blessing to turn the second, but then once we've gone into the gun rounds, they've really started to take a little bit more of a monopoly here. Now, Ned, he's going to double dip on this. Dangerous. He might got himself
Stunned
dead
himself.
Here. Does he get caught by this one? Slow down and punished.
Stunned himself.
Trying to slow down this pace coming out from Carmine Core. Extremely volatile, explosive in approach. Angel scrambling to get on over. But they've won that opening fight, giving them the man advantage with above a minute on the board still to bring into play.
The first time we've really seen that as well. An ability to reset behind an opening engagement. At least ahead of a site hit. Gotta be careful here. Door's gonna be opened. Angel curious as to what's going on the outside, but actually finds a kill. Shin will fall here. Gets away with murder on that, and actually Navera backs up right into the spotlight of Sugetsu. And Zipan will find the final kill. This is looking again. We mentioned earlier this week there was a couple of examples of Carmine Core slow to get into a half and struggling to really put ideas in place.
Mr. Fallon, you tell me, man. You tell me. What do you?
An early advantage created.
What are you thinking?
Once again, a little bit of hesitation. It felt like just got caught up there. A late bit of proactive play coming out. And again, credit, I think it was Angel in towards door when that, Aldrin comes in, he just goes, okay, cool, well, one of them's busy, I'm going for the other. Brilliantly done. Again, this is starting to see a little bit of the strength of Navi here, and Carmine Core's weakness of maybe some of that mid-rounding starting to rear some of those issues. Now, whether or not that gets corrected going forward, we're yet to see, but it's certainly proving to be a problem. 7-4 now, and you can see the little setup waiting in B.
And there's a lot of Carmine Core bodies behind it. Unfortunately, it's going to be difficult to really follow up on this Rolling Thunder. They're still going to commit to this.
It's a nice reaction from Scream.
His screen is
it's a good reaction from Scream.
Zeish
survives as well, has his ult.
I mean, really bizarre though, because it's such a long
Alfie Clueless, thank you so much, bro. Appreciate that. Mr. Fallon. Mr. Fallon, welcome into the Slug Club. Welcome, bro.
In that corridor. Lockdown invested.
Alfie, thank you so much for that, bro. Appreciate you.
An opportunity at a post plan here to maybe try.
Alright, and they play off site? This is much better. They play off site, they have someone over towards A. This is looking really good. Much better after plants. No one on site. Nice easy kills.
He's gonna catch Angel this time. And now we're down
Got
to
a
the
big
three on
nade
the
from
side.
this.
Zipan, Cena, and Xiao. Xiao's position is done. Cena's position is done. He was already wrapped up. You can see his Zeish on that long lurk coming in. And now they have to
Boy,
clear him,
nicely
and
done.
they
He
can't.
just won the round right there.
Down and now all on Xiao.
It's probably confirmed, but that definitely
That's a
confirms it.
difference
Okay, they get
there. Much
5, but I
better
think
tempo,
honestly
much better
Navi did
commitment.
great to get 5 with
A
this.
bit of consideration as well in what's going on around the map and where the pressure points are. Beautiful wrap from Zeish, but like I said, the Rolling Thunder gets posted here, and unless you have a smoke at the backside, I mean, it's 2, you're swinging into what maybe feels like a couple of players, but it would be so easy for somebody in a deep default to
Had
be
half
set
shield
up
for the
behind
last
that
round with 1,000 left.
Just be able to punish that
Yeah, it
swing.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Sometimes you
Now,
do it by habit,
Showstopper on the other side
but it
there.
also doesn't surprise me
Side,
with some
let's
of
head
this.
down to Lothar with a quick break here on just the half.
Mate, what's he got for us?
Thank you, Pansy. We're gonna break down a little bit of, in anticipation of how Navi can attack on this map, we're gonna bring back the last time they played Lotus on attack. And with this raw power composition, you are expecting them to get a lot of plants and then struggle a little bit more in the post plant, right? Well, that wasn't happening the last time they played it, because out of 12 rounds, we only have 7 plants out of those 12, which is a problem. And also the timing on those plants is a little bit late. They are typically planting in 30th after 30th second on the B side, but as you can see here on the map, those are the movements when they were planting on the B side and on the A side. But when they're going into the plant to C, as you can see here, they are not really doing it fast. I'm gonna show you first 40 seconds of the map when it comes to attacks on the seaside. As you can see here, they are really not getting any kind of map control before they go into the plant to sea.
Navi, some of the best aimers. They got a lot of good aimers, yeah.
We clearly can see in the game
Got a lot of good players.
Lotus was failing at, hope to be repaired for this next half right now. Thank you and welcome, and sorry, thank you, Pansy, and take it away.
Yeah, welcome back.
Thank you and welcome back.
Yeah, he's a flight man. But I think that's a nice little way to kind of look at this from the Navi perspective, right? But I also want to talk about what highlighted and impressed me, at least with Carmichael, was some of that coordination on the retakes we saw coming in on this map.
Yeah, we've seen, actually across the map, what we've seen this week, Carmichael lean heavily into that as something they've obviously been working on. They said we had isolated incidents of it looking okay during the season, but definitely been a cut above their previous performances here. And my concern with this composition does lie on the attack, to be honest. It's very one-dimensional. It's very
what do they got for us?
Yes, you have other opportunities to cut sight lines, potentially.
How do you always know when the camera's on him?
Sure.
And also,
does have a little red light above it?
To kind of cut
on him.
a path onto a site, but
not traditional methods.
It really isn't, and that's a tech pause.
But it does allow us to
tech
kind of dive a
pause.
little deeper, because this is quite a fun test then,
Oh,
right?
man.
Like, let's say you've enjoyed what Carmichael
Really
did, but
throwing
now let's see how
everything
they
at
do it
us
against
this
someone
game.
like Navi. Can they exploit
They
that?
really
Okay,
are.
but just to come back to that conversation just happened, the reason that some of the other comps we see that, again, I'm all for mixing things up a little bit.
Sure.
But why does the double controller work so well? Why does the Viper Wall work so well in terms of denial of information, ability to mid-round back in, send a lurk somewhere?
Yep.
It doesn't feel as tangible with this composition, which is why I say it's a little more one-dimensional. It feels almost like, unless you're going to kind of commit to site hits and succeed time and time again, great. But this is like a first wave of util comp. It's not like you have many options outside of ultimates and, you know, mollies and stuff in the post plant, potentially also shock darts, the Hunter's Fury, but kind of plays to where Carmine Core are probably going to want to take the game, to be honest.
Boy, Giants are through to chance. Now we got to find out who joins them.
I've actually liked the mix-up of the duel. Yeah, sure, I think you have a lot more options with a breach and arrays or a fade and arrays in terms of denial of space.
Okay. Looks like it's done. Let's see what they got for attack. I'm trying to be more open-minded. Or I'll try be more open-minded.
Is that what you're asking for here? If you got to pick.
It just feels like.
Is there any chance you join Coach K Corp?
The solo control of Brim feels the most awkward in this comp.
And I think I'm going to keep my eyes
We'll
on
go
it. I think
straight
that's a really
into
nice
this
thing we're
one.
going to try and check back in on as this game
3
develops.
smokes,
Does that become
1
a
cam.
problem, right? It's very easy
What
to
are we doing?
theorycraft.
What's our
We get to
plan?
see
They
it
wait for the
in
recon?
actuality now.
If the executes are great, they can find kills on the way in, they can find clean plants. Absolutely, there's a chance here. Actually, once you get into your old cycle, the Hunter's Fury comes in, the orbital strike, you have the molly lines up, you have the aftershock.
Nice
there
info.
are options, sure.
Lots of caveats to the conversation.
Yeah,
if, let's say, this very direct approach doesn't get threatened or pressured, then they'll have a great time. As we can see for now, they've done wonderfully at that. They've got the A site under complete control, but that's no surprise knowing that Carmine Corp
Let's see.
have
Honestly,
been
their
sitting back a
retakes
little
on
deeper.
every
Look
single
at
map
what
have
they've got
been
left.
really good.
Full utility, paint shell available, paranoia, probably just waiting for a second smoke to come back up for XMS or.
Boombot clears under. Drone goes in. Nice smokes though.
Paint shell posted, paranoia gone, and now they commit. It's going to be Scream to clear the first, but the response is there. Navi are no slouches at this.
I like this. They waited for the util, then they put the smokes down so we get the maximum time with it. They kind of saved their smokes and just walked all the way into sight.
If you know, off the drone, we can find a stun from Zipan, and Xena can close the gap, and Navi just death ball towards that confirmation.
That was really good.
In
terms of the pistols, we've got 1-1.
Find deep space, and that first wave of utility coming back from Carmine Core is kind of mitigated. Then, sure, we come down to gunfights.
Yeah, we're starting to see this smoke get played more, and honestly, it's pretty good smoke. It's like a really good smoke, to be honest.
Get off Reddit, get off Twitter. You don't get to bring that up to me at 8.
What the hell?
No?
Nah, not allowed.
Seems on topic at the minute.
Oh. We're looking at the buy. We're going to have 3 rifles, Zipan, CNED, and Shao. 2 of the pistols remaining Angel. And to get to on the other side, 1, 2, 3. 3 sheriffs to hand for Carmine Core. So Again, we're looking at the
No
orbs
armors,
being
though. That's a good
collected, the
sign.
orb progress. Anyone that they want to post up early or try and invest into early, obviously CNED would be lovely to have there. As
In terms of
it
this
stands,
one,
you see a stack
3
coming up
rifles,
from Carmine Core as well.
2 people that
All
can die into it.
dedicated towards that C site, and you can see the patience and discipline being displayed by Navi.
Yeah, Navi actually anticipating Carmine Core going exploring here. I have a setup here for the fault line. I'm not sure exactly how deep that, but probably towards the choke point at least. Camera dealt with here, and Zaysh will be identified. And Navi creeping as if they want a challenge.
Tempted on this? Was that all a bit of bait? Sugetsu probably willing to do it. He's only got the ghost, and he cleanly gets one. But yeah, with the X-ray on, there's a bigger problem. But Sugetsu,
Damn,
is
bro.
so good. This guy's a
Okay.
monster. That was all
One
a
more?
trap. That's
Ah,
how
it's
he
unlucky.
becomes the
There's nice
biggest
shots.
issue.
Jesus.
How has he done that?
I mean, his aim's always been outrageously good.
I mean, as soon as the spy cam's actually invested
They
there,
got the
you think that's probably going to be
big
the
Cypher
catalyst
all
for
up for the fast buy.
Carmine Core to actually instigate that crunch, but
Honestly, it could actually be a
Sugetsu
joke about it,
just
but it could be pretty
walks
good.
out, finds 4. I don't know how he's found the final kill there, to be honest.
That was mad. I could watch that one back.
I mean, XMS creeps up as well, which means the fault line can't come through. It's going to stun him on mound. So maybe that's the reason Carmine Core don't decide to commit to that, but like an inevitability for the second round to be going in favor of Navi.
Oh,
Rifle removed,
that's
though.
a gun. Yeah, get it out of there.
Big upgrade for him. Actually, a big win at the end of this round.
Yeah, that is. It
Seen it
turns out to be a
found,
pretty good round
isolated,
after that.
1 out of the 3 rifles taken away. Hey, silver lining, especially when you just had that man pop off and rip your heads off.
I mean,
Can't
drop
wait
the
for
Honestly,
something like
I would
ghost
take
again.
that.
Yeah,
Like
please,
the person with the
leave it
worst
on
ult technically
Here we
just
go,
gets all the
nice one, just
kills.
one from start to end, 'cause this is
Yeah,
just
it's
not
fine.
how it's meant to go, right? There is no stun, there's nothing else to follow. An isolated fight, a late investment of it. Bloody hell, the shot of error.
Yeah, that's
Come on.
disgusting.
Come on. Magic from him there.
Yeah, that was good.
This is a big round now. Oh, he's not pretty. XMS going to be suffering a little here. And it looks like a pace change. Navi, quicken a little. At least with an indicator.
Yeah, they want to go real fast with this,
They're
but
not
honestly, it looks like they've done a bit of their research, because that was a straight up early nade.
Wild swing from him. I don't know what he wanted to achieve with that.
Smoke's removed now.
He
So
really
Navi
tried to
have
brute force, tried to brute force the
potentially rely on
original
kills
plan
to
there.
come through in this round. Sugetsu showed to the drone, but dealt with nice and early. Will deny any further information on the back of that. Zipan spike in hand.
I mean, he nearly won the duel. I'll
Looking
give
to
him that.
regroup, and Carmine Core slipping down the rope. We'll put 2 members on site here. Screen will drift back into spawn a little bit.
It's gonna be a nice
So,
lurk
Smoker
if he
goes
gets
down.
activated in it. Maybe re-explore towards B, try and pull him into a little bit of play, try and facilitate some room here.
I have no idea
Problem
that
being
Shao.
if on any sound cue
Maybe they
elsewhere,
do have an idea, but the
assume
longer Shao
Shao is
waits here, the less
peeled
likely
away
they are
from
to
this
think
as
he's
well?
here.
Smoke will go out to slow things down even further outside B. Actually, a Killjoy set up behind this as well.
Getting a little
Got
low
no
on
smokes
time.
with Cage though, right? Cage might help them get onto this. There's the
Injury. They are
Cage.
gonna
Yeah,
get
this is actually
access
pretty
here.
good.
CNED will get ahead of it.
30
Not
seconds
been
left.
played in
And
yet.
then this guy on the lurk.
Start hearing some
Do
of
they
the steps
consider?
here, unrevealed.
It's not going to get checked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shout
too
from
much
the
time.
shadows. Ooh, it's
He
not
was here
as
for too much
good
time.
as you
Even
want,
though they
but
were
he
kind of
should
like
be set
watching
for
it,
the
they
second
kind of
he is.
didn't talk about it
Really
properly.
nice crunch from him there.
Yeah,
Brings
so
us
nicely
back
done.
down to a
Good
favourable
patience, to
situation
be
in
honest.
Navi's
Just
hands.
straight
The
up
four still
good
standing
patience.
against the 3. And Scream's damage
They just
early
didn't
on
think it was a
becomes problem.
possibility because he waited so
Sugetsu
long.
gets played in as well. XMS falls. Yes, it's a trade, but again, the numbers
Yeah,
are
that was
so
strong.
good
They
for
win this
Navi.
without the smoke. They didn't
Was the Shao just
calm
doing
about this
way
properly
too
because
much
Scream was
damage,
looking here.
being posted up there. Beautiful peel away from that. To have no smokes and still find an opportunity to leave somebody posted up and take effectively what could be a 3v3, 3v4 towards B side. And still win out on top of that.
Oof, I got a little scared then. When
Yeah.
it's just that second level.
I think Shao knows he's done enough damage there to actually come through and secure that kill.
It's the Angel
So that
fast
position
death
there,
buff.
the
That's actually
value
true.
kind
I
of
forgot about that one.
Drops even further if he's then forced to lurk elsewhere, right back into spawn potentially. So at least confirmation nothing else is coming from outside rubble.
Timeout.
Is there Is there a possibility Navi thinks they'll be in champs?
And Navi doing exactly as
There's
prescribed.
a
Now,
possibility
a
Navi
couple
thinks
of
they'll be in
worries
champs for
haven't really
sure,
come to
so
fruition
they play
yet. We
this
haven't
comps.
seen that become a
That
problem.
honestly, I was using that.
think the
That was
one
my
escape was an Angel falling in that
copium
last
throughout
round,
the split,
but Xiao being
and then
dedicated to that
the
deeper
tournament
angle,
just
getting
kind of like
posted up in that
changes
lovely little pivot.
as
The
we
mid-rounding
as we
from Navi is
progress
still
further
very
and further
solid.
on, and I think
You're
we
always
just have
gonna
to
get, feels
accept
like, good calls
that
from
isn't
them,
the
at least in
case.
that way.
Yeah, and even
They're
in a
just
comp, like I
mental.
said, doesn't really suit it,
Suit
to
it.
be honest.
We need to
So
stop.
again,
We need
just
to
a-
stop
a
it.
good
We need
read.
to stop the fact that we
haven't
think they're
seen any
saving
of those
strats. They're
issues
just
really
mental.
pressed into. This Carmine core being held on just 5 here. They've
They're
got to
just
find
out
a way
here
back
being
in, and they've got to
crazy.
do it pretty much now.
Yeah, and to be honest, in comparison, Carmichael actually looking a little more flat today than we have seen in the previous.
I mean, they saved
series.
strats. They did save
Screen,
strats for
yes,
Tokyo, though.
top of the
We've got to
board
give them
here
that.
for
They did save strats for
Carmichael,
Tokyo, but then everyone looked so uncomfortable on the actual
really struggling to pin down Navi.
comps that they chose that it didn't look
Oh, they
great.
hate to force CNET out, but nobody actually swinging onto the angle. XMS TP behind him. Screen does respond. Will double down on it.
Is the only one to so far to try and slow this roll, and they want to commit to this even further. It felt like.
Marcoso,
Yeah,
thank you so much.
chasing
Dude,
them away.
27 months,
Joining
Marcoso.
up
What
with
the hell?
Sugetsu on the other side of the
Thank
map,
you
but
so
they
much.
battled
Chat, can I
back
get a
and
lot
they're
of
gonna
slug
get
approves
at
in for the
least one, maybe two
27
of those
months? Actually,
rifles.
sorry, a lot of slugs in.
Surprise possessions to be
So used
put
to
into
ask
the
him for
paws
slug
of
approves.
Carmine
A lot of slugs in for
When the hell
Marcoso.
did
Thank
the
you, bro.
TP
Appreciate
from
the
XMS
support.
come through?
Very early on. I mean,
It's been a while, bro.
I'm a
You've
little
just
surprised
left.
Cena
You've just
didn't
left
check
your
for it as
subs
well.
running. You're
Even
crazy
for a
gang.
second there. It was just such a bizarre
Appreciate all the
situation
support,
that
bros.
neither really noticed.
Running the gauntlet between
True,
a full line,
true.
a page show and everything, but still turned.
Do you think
for
whoever
it, which is what
finished me
surprised
for 4th, 5th? Nah, honestly, I think in a best of
managed to get
5,
on top of Rubble there, or
like both of these
caught on the
teams should
drop down.
be pretty close against Koi.
Re-hitting towards the bear. Oh, that's lovely.
It's not as black and white as we think.
That isn't good enough. Xiao answers back with a third.
Oh, come on.
Xiao sees the
Man.
smallest opportunity.
Okay, get me out of
and
here.
makes
Just
his
end
own.
this
Spike
map.
is on the way. That's
Nicely
a
done
part
from
of it
Xiao.
through. Zashbury kicking himself in. Now they know how far away he is. They can get comfy in the post plant, make him work for his dinner.
Look how deep Xiao's positioning as well.
Nicely done from
as well
Xiao.
towards spawn.
Just for fun,
So-
thank
so
you
much
so much.
kit
We've
to
got
play.
2 gifted from you. Zish, maybe another
This has been a slip up
1v2. We've seen him do it in the
Perfect
past
chance for
quite a few
Navi
times.
to carve
This
in
one's
11.
one of the harder ones. There's
How's
no
it
idea where they
redeemed
are.
players out of these positions?
Just for fun, thank you. We've got Shade of
So
Oblivion
tricky.
and Cheshire ST.
Hang on.
Thank you so much.
One way to do it.
Ooh,
A
turret
great
as well, if you
start,
wanted to
but
put it
the follow-up,
inside.
Does he get a chance to Sugetsu trying to draw out the fire? No, Lotus!
Damn, he's a god.
Nice!
He's
Good
trying
interception.
his best to keep him in
Those
it.
two
He's
players
actually
have
great at
all the
clutching.
information, all the confidence, and there's a defuse for him.
Just for fun, thank you for that, bro. I really do appreciate it. And
Makes a
Dylan
very
W1
uncomfortable
as well
viewing.
with the tier 1.
I mean,
Thank you for
how
the 3
Xiao
months,
even
bro.
turns that back in their favor. A showstopper in hand. KC still. They did actually TP up here, but gets revealed. That's when he drops off, and that's when
That's been so
CNED
wild.
actually reacts to it. But again, the spacing behind CNED, there's nobody swinging back onto that. Again, this situation here, a massive advantage, and even with the showstopper, play a little deeper, play towards a choke point. But yeah, thanking his lucky stars that Zeiss is able to clutch out.
Oh
a
boy, we
huge
go
1v2
straight into
right
this one.
back into the
Angel
next
taking
round.
Jaws
Screen
stim pack out
dead off
maybe.
the rip
Yeah,
here.
stim pack out, insta jaw. Not ready for that insta swing.
That was instant
Scream
tap
goes down.
from
His
Eric.
brother
Oh,
goes
you
down
want an
too.
aim fight? Well, I guess we're just gonna go for it. They got
A site
baited in
cleared.
on
Just
this
straight
one.
up everyone
The
wants to take
temptation
Angels
too
today.
strong. And RV maintain the numbers. They're still sitting pretty. They got all that control towards A, but they
This is
consider
nice
their
as
other
well.
options. This is that mid
Bit of an over rotate. In terms of the money, by the way, if they lose this, it's done. 1-9 on top of this.
Bit of a predicament here. I'll have to take the longer route around. He still might get spotted.
Caught on the cross here. Shin looks like he's holding on to it.
Did Shin see him?
He's keeping 3 players here.
Yeah, I mean, but
This
the fact that he
basically
saw him
falls-
keeps
look
so
at
many
Sugetsu
people here.
already in
Yeah.
spawn.
Yeah,
And look how much space they
taken
have.
all that room. Sugetsu was going walkabouts halfway through this round. I guess Zeiss is behind, so now it's going to be that weird situation of who looks first.
Wait, Angel's fully on top of this, by the way. Angel has a kill here.
Does Zeiss even clear this? He does.
Oh
and he's
my
sharper than
goodness,
Angel.
how the
Okay,
hell
down
has
to
that happened?
3v3.
30 HP though, and Xiao's already slipped away to try and hold on to this.
Okay, he gets the info from this one.
Really nice from Xiao, not leaving any stone unturned.
Hunter's Fury and the Rolling Thunder
You reckon
available
Angel
here,
had
so
him? Because, yeah, he was really
yeah,
confident that he was
Carmichael
coming behind
gonna
them.
have to give this one up.
Okay, they give this one up because their
away from
money
this
is
with the
literally in the
lockdown in the
bin.
hands of
Like, this
Zeiss.
can be a buy on top, but
Not
these
sure
two are
if
going to get
Scream
so
and Barrett's
wrecked.
progress elsewhere. Didn't actually catch how the opener happened. That was
It
just
was just so quick.
Navi just barreling outside of A towards Rubble and able to isolate Scream. But another round where Carmine Core kind of commit to this opening engagement, where CNED's able to actually get ahead of the timings quite easily there.
Compile all my casters and expose me, honestly, yeah.
Scream being kind of left in no man's hand. Here it is. Let's watch this back.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Wow.
Guy's not even on the screen there.
Scream much for that. He's
Not much you're meant to be able to do there, really.
shouldering and catches
Yeah,
the
it's
final
hard to
blow
expect
through
the stim pack peak as well.
Carmine Core again. Yeah, they're trying to grip onto this game. But financially, they're starting to suffer now. It's running low.
Navi basically have a snowball round here as well. 3 big ultimates in terms of a post plant, so they can find themselves access to a site and a clean plant.
Which they have been. Haven't seen much resistance in that regard. This is going to be an uphill round, to say the least, for Carmine Core. This is going to need some of that magic, right? This is when you want your Scream to have your impact. You want to see Nevera finding some value, and then
Yeah, I mean, they need a miracle round, and then a few more after.
They could definitely do with them in. Because Navi, knocking on 12 now. Very close by. Should be a big challenge to get past as well. Lessen some of that pressure. Doing this on Carmine Core's map pick as well would certainly deal with any of the doubts.
Yeah, because I mean, their concern is we go to Ascent, and I mean, the map record there for Carmine Core needs no introduction at all. That's a very concerning second map to come through. They do concede
It's a
the
lot of
first
ults
here.
for this. Scream has...
Snowball round.
Okay.
Close on by, and it's up
What's going on here?
Shorty,
Scream has a
Sheriff, and 3
shorty.
rifles.
Everyone else in his
And
team.
the deadly duo that I was talking about, where you need
And
that
he's taking
magic,
first contact.
don't have one of those rifles.
He's going close. He's getting...
Scream. Oh dear.
What?
Does he get to lift?
What's
He does?
going on
Okay.
today?
So not
So
able to close
they're
down
playing
on him
with
this
my
time.
heart, man. What am I watching?
This is so pressure-based, and actually trying to get proactive here. Nevera can't
Seen
connect
it
though.
just jumping around. Well, got an ult out of them.
Slippery.
Yeah, evade that Hunter's Fury with relative ease. Navi will drift immediately back towards Mound here. Try and catch.
Going into one of the guns though.
Window of
XMS,
opportunity.
turret,
XMS just now slipping away
mollies.
from
Still has one
side of
smoke
ramp,
after using his smoke over towards A.
Got to be conscious there. Yeah, I mean, the smoke should be a big indicator.
Okay, straight up retake for this one.
No chance.
Straight up retake.
Yeah,
I mean, the
three
Killjoy's going to get
rifles,
wrecked by
paint shell,
this.
couple of shock
Or
darts,
this.
and the lockdown.
And then they have this.
No
They
backline pressure though, so all of those ults just become
kind of had
so,
to not let
so
them plant
strong.
here. This one's
Even with
done.
that lockdown, it makes very little difference for that.
I mean, they can deal with it
I mean,
with
this
the
is-
Ultra Strike or the Rolling Thunder here.
Honestly, they got a lot of
So
ults out of it. Oh, that was a nice combo. They push him all the way back here. That was a nice prediction of the ult.
Oh, as soon as he tried to step towards the side, Navi.
Yeah, there were too many. There were just too many ults in play.
Just gonna be forced to save this, really.
But in terms of the round, I guess
at
least they got the ults out of them.
Navi looking much stronger here, less
There's gonna be
challenged
6
by
chances
anyone.
left for them to close this.
Even here with the financial situation, not going to matter much if Zace is able to find something. Wow, there we go. Shout wins out in the same gunfight we saw in a previous round. Navi now on 12.
Yeah, the ults
Firmly
combo
in
well. I
control
mean, that's
of
one of the
Lotus
good things
this
from the
time
comp.
around.
Like, on attack, you can go get all of these
Carmine Core
orbs, and there's some
unfortunately
strong
not able to string
ults. Like,
much
the
together
agents have
here.
some strong ults. It's a bit like the
Beautiful
EG
coordination as well. The
approach
Ultra
on
Strike
Fracture.
posted
Like, all of the
so
ults are
basically at the
incredible.
backside of this Rolling Thunder.
Well, well,
Still
maybe
had
not
to come
these
away
two.
from that with
But in terms
Cena's
of these
ultimate and
three,
the Hunter's Fury, so
they're incredible.
a couple of big tools, and they've removed the one thing that Carmine Core did have to string together potentially.
Okay, like
a
we
play
said,
on
6
defense.
chances.
And now struggling. The finance is still no better. Carmine Core left in pieces. CNED just wants in. He's got the ult and he wants to get his name up in that kill feed. He's got the first. Screen goes down. The follow-up found Navi.
Yeah, and it all kind of just came crumbling down. This was their map pick as well.
Go down. A couple of players towards CT, but they have no control towards Waterfall. There's so much under that Navi banner. I don't know where they're meant to even find space from.
Nevera's found one here. Rolling Thunder available, but Navi now peeling away from sight and still have the problem of Shao being so disconnected and no
look at
backline
Sugetsu.
pressure.
Look at Sugetsu. If all goes
I
right,
mean,
even
look
to
at
this point for
Sugetsu, look at
Carmine
Shao
Core,
with his ult.
Sugetsu
It's
is that
impossible.
slow creeping Death.
We got delay.
Burning the ult towards the spike draw. Now Navarro does well, but
Okay,
look
that'll
at
do
that
it. Okay,
response.
nicely done.
It's clean cut times for Navi.
Yeah.
Dominance against Carmine Core here on their
There were some
map
nice
choice. All of
moments.
those
There were some
issues
nice
we talked
moments,
about,
but
like,
overall,
didn't really come through.
No, this
I'm
was
glad
a
it's
clinical
done.
performance and actually back to basics for Navi. What looked good was the coordination.
It looked
the
a
way
lot
they were able to
better, the
structure some
comp.
of these
It's
setups
still-
as well, particularly in the first half.
they had some nice
There
anti
was
though
an
that helped them win a
opportunity
lot of rounds
in
and
the
a lot of
second half for Carmine
individuals.
Core to really, I guess, maybe expose